Fishing Misfits. The last video I made, I did the Santee rig and I hooked or tied on to this circle hook, this is an 8/0, a uni knot. That's incorrect. You're supposed to do a snelled hook, and that way it promotes the hook from turning properly into the catfish's jaw. And that's the whole purpose of using these circle hooks. So you have to tie on a snell. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you come from this is the point, that's the eye. So you come from the front. Okay? Then you create a loop. We'll go down here a little bit, make a loop. Where it pinches together, where it comes together, you're going to start coming down. You know, when you're like half blind, you're old, you got a lot of problems. I mean, fishing must be like a young man's sport because it's tough. So now I'm going down the shank the best I can. Alright? Do about 7 times if I can. That's about all I'm going to get. Now, where that is, you got to go through that loop you created. Okay? So the loop at the end, I went down into it. Okay, and I'm going to hold this tag end while I pull the line that goes to the swivel, the long one. I'm going to pull that. And then it's going to draw all those right up tight to it. Hopefully you can see that. So I basically drew that up. Okay? And then you want to pull this a little bit, make sure that's tight. And then you want to pull that through like that. Okay? So it should go down the middle of your eye. Okay, the line should go right down the middle of your eye, coming out the back. Okay? No, that's what I've seen. So when you pull on this, it's going to rotate that circle hook. So it's putting pressure on the back of the loop of that eye. Okay? So I'll do is I'll cut this off just a wee bit. Okay, so there is a circle hook done with the loop. Alright, 2 different ways. To me, this way is probably better for like heavier line. Don't forget, this is 50 pound. Okay, that's a pretty heavy. It seems like it's kind of knotted together because you're drawing it through with this tag end. The other one, you're just running it through. And maybe if you had like, I don't know, 10 pound, 15 pound line, it probably would hold it tight. You know, it's not as thick a diameter. So now I'll go ahead and I'll run it through the peg. And this is the Santee. This is what this peg means, basically. And then you're gonna float, and then you're gonna peg it short, something like that, a couple inches away. And then this will float up from the bottom and hopefully hold your bait up on the water column a little bit, and the catfish can see it a little bit better. Now I'll tie this to the swivel. I guess any kind of knot would work, really doesn't matter. But I'm going to tie that to the swivel, and that's basically going to be my leader. going to the main line. And now I'm going to do, I have 3 more rods. I'm basically going to do the same thing. And I will get them all ready for the time we're going. I'm going to show you this one more time. This is a lot harder than I actually thought. So you start from the front, okay? So you start from the front. So this is the open end. You go this way. Then you have to make a loop. And you want to hold, make it a nice enough loop that you can hold the line, okay, with your hand right here. And now you're going to work the line that way towards the bottom of the hook. This is way harder than it actually looks at first. I think you got to get it started like that, and then you can start doing it. You kind of got to get it up against the eye, and then you can do it. And the line really wants to twist. I mean, it's really a pain in the neck. So I'm doing it, that's 3 times, I believe, 4 times. And you want to go down one right after another, and it really wants to twist. It's really a pain. Okay? It wants to twist around. There's a lot of memory in this line, I'll tell you that. Then you go through the loop, and then holding this tag end, you're going to pull this like that, and you can see the loop going down. Now the loop is going to be drawn up into the eye like that, okay? And you're going to pull that tight, and what's happened is you want this line to be over the top, not through the hole. So if you go from the front, it's achievable. If you go from the back, it isn't. And it takes a while to actually see this stuff. But now that is a decent snell, okay? And it's going over the top of the back of the hook there. You can see it. And now I can tie this to my swivel. So I'll cut that off right about yay. Okay, now I could go through my float. I don't think it matters if it's orange down or up. It doesn't make any difference. Then I'll peg it down closer to the hook. Like that. You can always move down a little bit more too, it doesn't matter much. And then I'm going to tie it to my swivel. And this is how I'm going to do. I'm just going to do your classic cinch knot. So I'm going to hold it, hopefully turn these guys and go through the loop at the bottom. I'm going to go through the bottom. Wet it, just cinch it down. I'm not going to do the improved where you go back through the loop. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. As long as I can tie that down tight enough, I should be fine. Okay, so then that's it. just hope hope my kid doesn't latch onto a big one and the line breaks, because I'm never going to hear the end of it. So that's your Santee from there to there, and then from this swivel you got the bead, and I got a 2 ounce on here. The other one I had a 3 ounce, and I really don't know the difference yet, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I believe this all I can do here. All right, I put the 8 on. I'm gonna have the 8/0 on two lines, and I'll have I think the 6/0 on the other two, and that give us a little bit of a difference for different size baits. Even night crawlers, I think the 6/0 would be okay. I do have this is the 6/0, and 6/0 a little bit smaller than I thought, actually. You know, when we ordered these things, you don't really know until you get them in your hands. That's a 6/0. Believe it or not, that I don't know how, the two different companies. This one's Team Catfish. This one is a Mustad, and I don't know. I don't know how that'll be, but I'm thinking about, I don't know, might have to get more 8/0s or 7/0s or something. Or maybe different companies they're all different. But I'll probably put this on 2 of them, and I have shrimp, you know, regular, not cooked shrimp, peeled already. And I'm just going to draw it through, and we'll see what happens. And if that doesn't work, maybe a night crawler would work for this too, you know.